Oh, building shit. That's what it was. Black folks building shit. That's what it was. L. P talking about the Clubhouse shit. I thought I was bugging and wasn't gonna rant about it, and then you put it in your notes, and I was like, "Hallelujah!" Yeah. What did you? Can you give the listeners the gist of what he was saying and how you processed what he meant?
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, that's kind of the thought process with the whole Clubhouse thing, anyway. But basically, what P was talking about was that I'm still thinking about Q as, but anyways. Good job, Q, on Jama. But what P was mainly talking about was like the idea that some like a tech company or a tech idea, so something that venture capitalists put money into, which is something that venture capitalists do. So venture capitalists just put their money into multiple pots and then just see like what booms, and then that's where they just start flooding their money into at some point. So with this particular idea, Clubhouse came about. Clubhouse was created early on. It was, I think the idea behind Clubhouse was for them to pass information amongst each other, right? Like, wasn't that the idea? Like, it was something that allowed them to basically get online with each other and have these conversations with each other, just to pass ideas amongst each other without like being able to invite individuals to do this shit so that the public would not know how information is getting passed. And then it grew to something that like our community ended up jumping on, that would then run the number up, and now the valuation went from being, I don't know what the valuation was initially.
It's over $1 billion now, though.
But it's over $1 billion now, valuation. And he was just saying that now, like, look at you guys once again. Making somebody else
go build somebody else shit.
making somebody else rich. Like,
that don't give a fuck about you.
Like, went in there, made it hot, and they was just talking about like if a black person made that shit. That shit was hilarious when he said that, but it was true. Yeah. It was a cold truth. Like, the cold truth is sometimes funny. Let's talk about, like, if a black person made Clubhouse, you'll be talking about what the fuck is a club. Like, it's not a club. Like, Facts. So why are you calling it a clubhouse? Like, like the excuses that you make when it's a black person involved in it, when it's one of your people, you know what I mean? And then how you just so effortlessly just jump on board,
invest in
all kind of shit,
time, and not even really invest, because you're not getting a payout from it. You just there because it's lit, and it can up your status. So
time is an investment,
man. And it's just this fucked up conversation in and around status. Salute to the Hope class for entrepreneurs, Nana Court Smith, KFD, the whole crew at 510. I encourage anybody to sign up. It's such an honor. I'm only 2 weeks in the class, and I didn't have my ass kicked both weeks in terms of things, identifying weaknesses within myself and shit that I have to address. But one of the conversations been having that just resonated so loud. It pertained. It lent itself to this, and just and how we identify the different fallacies and whatnot. So I'm watching Clubhouse, and then having these conversations about status and how much more value status has for the collective group of black folks than actual wealth does. Like, status versus actual wealth, like shit that can actually change your life versus something that is just perception. And it's a complete mind fuck, because you're like, wait a minute, fam. Like, and then it's as simple as like, yo, the things that you've acquired versus what your bank account say, and how precious these things are versus like your balance in your checking or your savings or what have you, or even assets you may have tied up somewhere else. And it was just like, it's like, damn, okay. And the concept is like, yo, who you are at your core is who your business is. And trying to partition the two is just goofy, because it's like, oh, you think you're gonna be a shitty person and then run a great business? No, that's not how that works. It's not. And I'm watching the Clubhouse phenomenon, and there's a room that Joe Budden was hosting where it was a black inventor that was helping. It was something in and around content management, the payouts or what have you, was something very, very specific, like a very niche service that would have been beneficial to creatives and would have had better payouts than Instagram, than YouTube, what have you. And the amount of questions and the ringer that they were sending this man through, that they were justifying it and going and telling him straight up to his face in the chat room that they were asking him that because he were black. And his whole point was, but y'all put y'all content out for free on IG. And they were like, yeah, but our likes and our engagements and our followers and how much money I generate through. And he's like, and you could hear the defeat in his tone, because he thought his main selling point, like if he were on Shark Tank, he would have led with, well, y'all give it away for Instagram and whatever on free. Here, I'm at least letting you retain, and here are the splits, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And what he thought his tagline was gonna be was the shit that was having them getting the crowd in the room more hysteric at him.
Yeah, they were doing the job for them.
Yeah,
like without even knowing it, you are the foot soldiers for these large companies.